YouTube. Today in the shop, due to a stranded motorist, we got a 1989 Chevy 1-ton service truck with a big block 454 in it. The reason they're here, it was getting hot on them. Pushing antifreeze out the top of the radiator, making a mess. The seal on the radiator cap was bad, so we're going to replace that. But being it was low on antifreeze, I decided to siphon the radiator down just a little farther, get it below the thermostat, or might as well do a thermostat in it as well. There's only 110-ish thousand miles on this engine. Come from an auction sale, so who knows. As my brother-in-law tells me, not every item at an auction sale is a piece of junk, but every piece of junk goes to an auction sale. For something along those lines. Might not be quite the correct verbiage, but thermostats are cheap and relatively simple, so we're going to throw one in. Get these ground wires off the studs here. And while I'm getting the brake clean, I'll show you a little clip of how I siphon the radiator down. I apologize for it being vertical, but it was a short as well, hopefully to draw some more viewers. I appreciate all the new subscribers joining me and hope you enjoy the content. And I'm hoping as spring comes, there's more and exciting things to see other than just shop work. So, get this sprayed off here a little bit. Wow, that bolt's crazy tight. This is a relatively simple task, although if you twist one of these bolts off, it becomes a very tedious task trying to get them out. Don't ask me how I know, but I've been there. It's one reason why we're using hand tools and not the impact. Kind of feel what's going on a little bit better. So we're making sure that there's no antifreeze in those holes. That's why we blew them out. Because if there's moisture in there and you tighten down the studs, you can crack the intake because it creates a lot of pressure down there. And we filled up the engine so that there's no air trapped underneath the thermostat before that opens. Makes it easier to fill the radiator that way, get everything topped off right away. I'm going to grab a little silicone in the gasket. Many people claim you don't need silicone, but however, I like a little silicone. There is adhesive on this. Hold it into place, but the silicone does the same thing. I have my fancy dispenser that was given to me by a buddy of mine. Works super slick. Makes it much easier to meter it out. No need to do the entire gasket if we just go around the center hole. Drop that down into place. So 30 foot-pounds is the magic number according to Mr. Haynes. Or it could be Mr. Chilton's. I don't remember who wrote the book. Oh, we'll take it to about 20. Go to the other side. There's 20. There's 30. And I like to do them twice. sometimes 3 times. Get these ground harnesses put back on, and we'll be done like dinner. Got a few air bubbles work out of the radiator. With the bad radiator cap, it was pushing fluid into the reservoir. But without the top seal, it's not able to draw it back into the radiator as it cools down. Oops. Should pay attention instead of talking all the time. So that's basically swapping out a thermostat. We're going to start the engine, let it come up to temperature. That way it'll circulate through the radiator, work any remaining air out. Put the cap on, let it run for a while. Just make sure that there's no bubbles coming up in the reservoir tank. If there are, that means we have bigger problems. I'm hoping this was just a simple issue, and thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it.